Hi everyone, thanks again for joining me for this week's Soulmate Oracle reading. For those of you who are just tuning in, I'm Anne Elizabeth and I give general readings focusing on love, soulmates, twin flames, and all spiritual connections. These are not messages that I'm giving, they're messages coming from above and basically to help you to empower your life. They were sent to you if you landed on this reading video. This is a reading video that you need to watch. There's a message here. Something that is being revealed to you that it's important for you to take notes, to pay attention. But if this reading video is not resonating with you right away, that's fine. That happens. Basically, sometimes we're not ready to accept the message. It's good to just come back, revisit the video so that you can get the message and understand what you need to know in order to use it for your highest good. Okay. So first of all, I want to just thank you guys for all the reaching out to me lately. This is like great, and I love it. I feel so touched with all your comments and shares and likes. It just means a lot to me. I've been doing this for a little while now, I think about almost 2 years, yes, and it does make me feel like this energy exchange is really empowering my life, and I know it's helping you because you've all been sharing this with me. We're a community, and we're like a family and united. I love it. And if you're not subscribed, I hope you can. I release a video every week and you would be the first one to get it in your inbox. Also, if you'd like to get your own personalized reading, I do offer phone chat and email readings that you can check it out in the description area down below. And I try my best to get back to everybody as quickly as possible. Now, as many of you know, it's been a little bit hectic for me, and just please be patient with me. I try to do it in a timely manner, getting everything together. We all have to just balance our lives, okay? So I think that's it for now. Let's begin the reading. Okay, I've meditated and shuffled the cards, asking the angels to give us guidance on what we need to know for this coming week and what messages are necessary for us to take for our highest good to empower our lives and our relationships. The cards that I've used were the very beautiful Spirit Messages by John Holland Oracle deck, Daily Guidance Oracle deck. Okay, and the first card that I pulled, Ground Yourself. Now this card seems like it's been coming up a lot lately for the Divine Masculine. It seems that we are not focusing on what is necessary in order to ground ourselves. And lately, we've been seeing a lot of that, I guess, from the energy shifts and the things that's been happening in our lives. I mean, there's been many challenges in my life, and I've been seeing this a lot with a lot of my clients and people who are around me, that they seem to be like overwhelmed by everything that's happening. And as you can see in this card, it seems that she is right now at a time where she's trying to ground herself, and trees are very grounding. Trees help with grounding our soul center. If you ever have a chance to get to a tree when you're overwhelmed, when you're stressed, I guarantee you're going to feel like a charge coming from the trees, because as you can see, the roots grow right all from beneath us and throughout the whole earth. The roots connect. And as this card says on the bottom, being distracted, unfocused, tired, irritated, and impatient are all signs that you are ingrounded. Now is a time to become centered and allow Spirit to help you ground yourself and reconnect with the divine source. And that's why I'm saying that we've been going through a lot of that, not just in one particular way, but everyone seems to be complaining about not enough downtime, or not enough time for yourself, or not enough time to regroup. This is the perfect time because of what we're seeing with the upcoming changes that's happening with the seasonal changes and, preparing for new beginnings. Now, love relationships sometimes seem to never become grounded enough. I mean, we can go on in a relationship sometimes and you're feeling probably like, will this relationship ever get to where I want to be? Will it ever have a defined meaning that I'm supposed to be with this person, or this person is supposed to be with me? You need to ground yourself. If you're asking yourself these questions, obviously there is a problem or there is a situation that you're fighting from within inside yourself. It's not the person. And maybe this person can be, picture perfect in your eyes. But though, if you're not settled inside, you're going to end up breaking it off, or being very hurt, or some type of negative energy that you're going to call upon yourself because you're not slowing it down. You're not grounding yourself. The Divine Masculine wants to slow down. The Divine Masculine knows that there's changes up ahead and preparing for these changes. But it's never going to happen if the energy starts like coming to a place where you feel centered. And what I mean by centered, I don't mean by looking at everything openly so much. I mean, that's good too, but it's more about just taking time out for yourself. And yes, that also includes self-care and doing whatever it takes to get yourself feeling better about your overall, how could I say, your serenity in your life. Because if you don't have it, I guarantee you, you're not going to feel good with anyone. Sorry, I was just drinking something. It's mainly because when we get consumed by day-to-day life, and when people around us seem to like want this, from us, whatever it is. I mean, you could be working and you can be working your tail off for a specific project that you're working at work, and you're doing the best you can, but this person keeps wanting more and more from you. This automatically takes away from your own soul center, and you may feel like, I can't do the things I want to do. I'm not taking my lunch. I'm not taking my breaks. I am just work, 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 work. No, you should not let anybody take your precious me time. I call it me time, because that is more precious than working. That is more precious than everything, because if you don't have a little bit of me time, you're not going to have time for too much, because your mind is just going to be scattered, and you're not good for this, for yourself, for this person that you're working for, or for your relationship. So it's time to ground yourself. I know I'm going a lot with the grounding, but a lot of people I'm feeling are getting this, and maybe they don't understand it completely, but then they do. So take time out for yourself. This is what this card is saying. Okay, let's go to the next card. Let go. And as you can see, it's autumn in this picture, in this artwork, in this card, and it's letting go, and just what I've been saying for the past few weeks, letting go. And let me see if I can clear that up. If not, I will just read it. Okay. Once you let go of the outcome, you'll be able to release all the emotional constraints that have held you back in the past. Trust in the higher good and guidance of spirit, as we have only the best intentions at heart, and we'll do everything in our power to protect you. So you can see that Divine Masculine is letting go of past stuff, past things that just did not do anything for that person, for you. It's time to just release the emotional insecurities, so to speak, because we have them, and it's more about trusting what your intuition is telling you, trusting what the higher self, your higher self, is trying to give you, because guess what? You have the answers. You know the answers. If you don't pay attention to the answers are going to just go right by you. It's kind of like tuning into a radio station. I know I say this, like in a weird context, but it's basically because when I get messages, and I give an example with myself, it's like tuning into a radio station. Seriously, that's how you hear the messages. It's coming in, not like a physical radio station. Remember, it's not physical ear that's hearing this. It's clairaudient. Is not necessarily that you're hearing the messages come through, but more of like feeling them and hearing them at the same time. Like, what is that? What is that? So if you tune into it, you can accurately hear it, and it can be just as clear as I'm talking to you. Seriously. It's all about development and understanding it. It's like two different worlds. It's two different energies that you're hearing. You're hearing my physical voice, but you're also hearing the messages. This is why letting go of all those, I have to say, they're past old wounds that get awoken, that get ignited by little things, little triggers. Just like I said about grounding yourself, sometimes those people that are around you can trigger off an alarm, so to speak. That alarm goes off. It wakes up the other things that have been kind of like dormant. Maybe you felt like I was healed, I was okay, but guess what? You did not let go. And the Divine Masculine wants to let go. The Divine Masculine is saying, it's time. It's time for me to rise up and really take a notice and letting go. And we've, like I said, we've been seeing a lot of this, letting go and releasing, surrendering, you know, everything that's in our lives that just is becoming more and more stagnant, because stagnant energy, just like stagnant water, is never a good thing. It all accumulates and, you know, builds up debris, and you don't want that in your spirit center, your core, your spirit core, your soul core, because you want to grow, you want to evolve. It's all about evolving spiritually. It's all about taking it to the next level, and that's the only way you're going to take it to the next level, with your love relationship. Maybe this relationship seems like it's been dormant or it's been at a standstill. Maybe it's because you're not allowing this person to give you or show you what they want to show you, because you've been blocking yourself. Maybe you're scared. I mean, everybody is different, but this is all about letting go of that past emotional energy. Sometimes it's also letting go of that person. Maybe you're holding on to a person thinking this person is going to change. And like I said, I'm not here to tell you to let go of someone, but I'm telling you, whatever messages are coming through, that letting go is all about letting go of a feeling, not so much letting go of a physical person. So, got what I'm saying? I'm not telling you to do something. I'm telling you that there's something inside of you that you need to let go of. Maybe there's a past wound that this person did to you. Maybe they did something to you that you never completely forgave them. You know, if there was something involved that involved people, more than one person, and you've always felt like you've never gotten the satisfaction from this person. Maybe your husband or your wife. They've never appreciated you. This is where it's time to let go of that past wound and let go of that feeling, because you're never going to get better with your love relationship. Or maybe it's also about not feeling content with yourself, and that's why you can't find anybody that fulfills your needs. Okay, so whatever it may be for you, it's time to let it go. Okay, let's go to the next card. Self-sabotage. And you could see that she is covering her eyes. She just doesn't want to see what she is doing to herself. And as you can see on the bottom, if you can read it with me. Okay, here we go. When you learn to get out of your... When you learn to get out of your own way, there will be no stopping you. Most of the time, it's not others who prevent you from achieving your true goals. It's the inner voice that derails those carefully woven plans. And this is a card that I see this a lot, and I know a lot of people do this, and yes, we can be all guilty of it. I can be guilty of it as well. But it's when you're not getting out there and doing your own thing. What I mean by that, Divine Feminine wants to see the light, wants love, but self-sabotages things that could be coming to her because she's not appreciating it, she's not embracing it, embracing the love. She's constantly letting herself get involved with relationships that it seems like it's the same pattern. You know, there's like a pattern that maybe you're going through, and it seems like every relationship that you get involved with, they seem to treat you the same way, or they seem to do the same thing to you. Maybe it's not them, maybe it's yourself that... I'm not saying you're the fault. Please don't get me wrong on that area, but it's more like maybe you're not protecting yourself. Maybe you're expressing too much about like your weaknesses versus bringing your vibration up with that person. Sometimes we tend to confide too much of our inner soul to someone because we really like that person and we really want that person to know us inside and out, and that's great. You can do this. But remember, you're also releasing a part of yourself, your higher self. You're giving out something that's inside of you emotionally that person can come back at you and turn it around and sometimes use it against you. Unfortunately, that happens. And when it does, we're not happy with ourselves because we know we did something, we said something when we should have, kept quiet about ourselves. Try something a little different. Self-sabotage happens within inside you allow it. If you stop looking at why am I so, why am I not able to get like what other people get? Man, why can't I find the love like this person is finding in their relationship? Maybe my relationship just seems like she's not showing me love, or he's not showing me affection. It goes on. We tend to dwell in it, and when we dwell in it, we end up pulling on a negative energy in ourselves that we end up feeling hurt, like we're not getting enough love. That's where the divine feminine needs to turn these things around and say, I am done with self-pity, self-sabotage. I'm going to raise my vibration. I am beautiful, and I am an amazing person, that I deserve love, and I'm going to get love. I am going to be love, and I am going to give love. It's all about loving me and not falling short, okay? Because, yeah, we want to help others. We want to go out and do everything for others. But if we're not helping ourselves, we're not good for anyone else. And I always say this, and I'm practicing what I preach as well. Like I said, I'm taking more time out for myself, and I'm trying to do more for myself, which actually makes me feel more enlightened, and I'm actually much, much stronger. This is why I say to you guys, it's the challenges that you're faced with every day, the challenges that you get, and that goes for myself as well, that actually are an example so that you can reverse it and help others in a sense where you know that I know what that person needs, and I know what that person is going to get. Because remember, this is like we're all in a giant classroom in this universe. This world is a giant classroom. Every day is a day of learning, and a day of improving, and a day of growth. Every day we're going to take something with us. And that's where experience, knowledge, and just watching and observing other people, just like in a classroom, watching the lessons, learning the lessons, and experiencing it, getting that experience, is what's going to make you your very best when it comes to just about anything. And with relationships, it's more about being a partnership with someone versus someone letting someone take from you, I should say, or you taking from that person, because it's 50-50. So I feel like this is a message for someone, and maybe this might resonate with you and this might not, but it is coming through very strong. So you may want to pay attention to the, like what I'm saying, because there is something that I'm getting from it as well. So like I said, sometimes it's encrypted, sometimes we understand it, but we don't. It's a good idea to write it down and maybe meditate over it. Okay, so let's go to the next card. Trust. And as you can see, deep inside his core center, soul center, he is trusting with all his might. And as the card says, let's see if I can clear it. Okay, there we go. While your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. The logical path may be one that you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more. So the card actually represents to trust what is being given to you, to trust what you are being sent, what messages come through, what the divine has been giving you all this time. Trusting into what you believe in, trusting what your heart is telling you. Having trust, faith, and believing is the key to everything and unlocks everything in your life, and especially when it comes to a relationship. The divine feminine is feeling worthy inside, that she needs to feel loved. She needs more in her life, and she's not trusting herself. She's not trusting what she needs to trust, and that's her own intuition, her own light. That's where many times self-sabotage comes in, because when you're not trusting that inner glow that's telling you, yeah, I can do this. This is good. I can do this. I just have to let go and stop feeling sorry for myself, or stop looking at what others think of me, because guess what? You're scattered. You're not grounding yourself. You're not allowing yourself to feel the love that's growing and evolving inside of you, you're actually preventing it from happening. And guess what happens? You end up feeling deprived. You end up feeling like you're getting the bad end of the stick. And you know what? That only makes you more insecure inside, because it happens to all of us. And ego can take place, that you're not getting the love and you become bitter. Bitter as in you're not getting what you truly want in your life. You're not achieving the higher levels that you want to go to. You want to grow, you want to get higher, you want to get stronger. But guess what? It seems like it's impossible, because every time you try, every time you put that effort, you keep falling down because you're not trusting. Remember, things happen for a reason. And just because you may be going through a relationship that seems to break up, get back together, break up, get back together, or disconnecting and finding somebody new in the same pattern, is all because it's time to love yourself. And I say this because loving yourself, you automatically will be able to see everything that is there inside of you, inside your heart. If you're not looking at what is inside your heart, you're never going to find the person to love you back. Yeah, it's so simple. I know I sound like, like that is so easy, and I wish I can do that. Maybe you can do that, but I can't do that. No, you can do that. That it's just so simple. It's a life lesson. That sometimes the simplest things is like the biggest thing in your life. And I've seen this happen for so many people. Trusting and having faith that you are worthy, that you are loved, and stop self-sabotaging yourself for love is going to get you to love. And that's with the person you're with, or finding that person, or attracting that person into your life. However it may be. Many times we stick it out in a relationship because we feel like we're not worthy of anything more. Maybe you're in a relationship right now where you're abused mentally, abused. I hope not physically. And if you are, I'm strongly against anything with abuse. That word is a very harsh word, and I will say that it's not a good thing. Okay, but when you're feeling, I should say, deprived, and you're not getting the love that you want in your life because that person is neglecting you. Many times it's a neglection because you neglect yourself. If you show reflection to that person that you're with, maybe showing how much you love yourself, how much you appreciate yourself, how much gratitude you give, maybe that person will look at you at first and say, what is, he thinking? Or what is she thinking? Why is she changed? It's a reflection, though, that you can actually be contagious, that they can find, well, I'm finding the love inside myself, and maybe I was neglecting myself, because it goes two ways. Many times you're with your partner, your divine partner, and you both are neglecting yourselves. That's why you're not giving the love to each other. Yeah, so showing an example, loving yourself, going out there and doing something for you that makes you happy can actually make a big difference. Now, I don't know what your situation is, and I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but these are messages, like I said, that are given to me to give to you from the higher end. And I know, guys, that it sometimes it's confusing, but you get it. I know you get it, because I can feel a lot of vibrations when I give these readings, that it's like, oh, this is good for someone. This is good for someone. I don't know who it's good for, but I know I'm getting like if I gave a personal reading, like I know when it's connecting, when I'm connecting with someone. Well, I feel like I'm connecting. These readings are not necessarily the way I give my private readings, but they're kind of like I scatter it. At first, it was a little different for me when I first started doing these readings, but now I can feel that you're getting it. And I hope that you can use it to your highest good. Like I've always said, take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't, but always revisit so that you can get the message a second time. I always say when I listen to it the second time, I seem to get a little better picture. Sometimes we're not focused because we're distracted for whatever reason. That's because it was sent to you. Boom, you just throw it in in your favorites, or, star it, or however you save it, and it's a good thing. And also, if you know someone, say, hey, I think this reading was sent to me to give to someone, and I'm going to send it to them, and it'll benefit them the most because they are going through something like this. And, it just clicks right there. I see this all the time with my friends as well. This is an opportunity for you right now to just empower yourself. And like I always said, trust your inner gut. It's going to work. It's going to come through. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this reading and it resonated with you. If you'd like to get your own personal reading, I do offer phone chat and email readings, and the links are down below. All the information is down on my blogs, in my websites. Also, be sure to check out my articles. I have several. I haven't been writing as much, but I'm going to be very soon. It's just been very overwhelming with activities. And if you've watched my social media, you know what I'm talking about. And also, if you're not following me on social media, I hope we can connect. Instagram, I'm always on there. I'm on there like throughout the whole day, so you can see my posts, and I like to engage with you guys and see what you're posting. It's really a lot of fun. Facebook too. Facebook is also another one that I use all the time. YouTube, I watch videos all the time. So you know what, I'm social media, that's why we have our phones. So I really hope to engage with you all. I will be coming out with a live video very soon. Like, I try to get them out as much as I can, but sometimes with time and just taking time out for myself, like I said. But when I do my live videos, I feel like I am taking time out because I'm like sharing with you guys. So it's a win-win both ways. Okay. So anyways, if you have any questions, just post them down for me in the comments area. I promise I will get to you guys. I just have been a little bit busy lately, and it's it's like that month that everybody just has activities going on, especially autumn. It's a great time. Also, if you're not subscribed to me, I hope you can, and I want to thank you all who have subscribed to me and have given me support, and the shares, the likes, the comments. It's great. I really, 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 really give gratitude and appreciate you all. You are the best. You all are but the best. You are amazing. I love you guys. So until next time, God be with you all. Namaste.